Welcome. Hello.
We're in concept number 4. Ding. Welcome to Happy Life Results Book Group.
Reading book group with the author, Stacey McPherson.
We're so glad to have you here.
We are so glad you're here. And concept number 4 in the guides section is called...
Not ding.
Not ding. It's called signals, right?
Yes, signals.
Signals. So it's just another fun way to... And you translated it, so in your guidebook, it's called whatever you call it, because you probably didn't call it ding.
Yeah. So yesterday at the end we said, read this before the guide gives you concept number 4. And now
we're gonna read it.
Hero. This concept is another game changer for most. For you to be able to remain open and curious to this idea, approach it with a perspective of experimentation and play. We want to reassure your system that these new ideas are fun and interesting rather than threatening. And that will keep the energy flow open.
If you feel your brain shutting down, examine your lens and see if you're viewing the idea as an incoming car about to crash through the glass. Put it back on the movie screen and treat it like the story it is. You'll enjoy much better concentration and energy by keeping that focus. And that's just an example hearkening back to a discussion about the lens, and if you view it through a zoom lens, or if you think you're at a window, if you think it's a movie, right? How you view it changes the perception of threat or the perception of interest.
Yes, and when something's perceived as a threat, then if you're in the habit of instinctively responding with the fight or flight, your ability to act instead of react, your reaction will be more in alignment with your... I struggle with that, act and react, because truly we want to retrain our instinctive responses to be reactive in the way that we desire. So we're reacting still, but we're reacting in a pre-planned way. So we're acting, but we're reacting as well.
That's interesting, because in some ways, there's an advantage to using kind of a preset, what is it called, heuristic, where you say, if this, then that. And if you have situations where you know there's an optimal action you want to take, and you want to set that on autopilot because you want that to just happen easily and naturally, right? So you're saying, whatever the one is that you have now that you prefer not to have,
yes,
you rewire it and put in the one you do want to have, but then still let it go instinctively, even though you have a space to analyze it and decide if you are happy with the way it's running.
Exactly.
But you can...
Thank you for putting that into words. That was
Thank you.
Very well done.
Oh, thank you.
Like, I think when you were talking about it, it made me think of when there are certain tasks that are on the computer where I go to this tab, I cut and paste this, I go to when I'm making these videos, there is a series of things that I do that I add the intro, and then and when I post to YouTube, and there are times when I'm waiting for it to upload or download. And so during those times, I have it very specifically orchestrated, so I'm always doing something but not forgetting another step. And at the beginning it was quite thought intensive, and I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Oh yeah, go here. And then I would waste time and stuff like that. But now the process is very seamless now, but I would say it's reactive because I don't think it through. But I did think it through before, and it is using my time for the best outcome now. So that's just an example.
And one advantage of having some things on autopilot, besides the advantage of making sure certain things just happen, like multiple things happen because now they're autopilot, so they're going to happen.
Where in the beginning I was forgetting little steps.
Yeah. The one advantage of that is it frees up your processing power to think about other things while you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you can do a really elaborate, complex process moving in the direction you want to go and also be planning another direction.
Yes!
So
I love that. It's the freeing up of the brain power. Like, you have more bandwidth to actually think about the things that you want to think about when you kind of automate.
Yes. And what's interesting, we've all automated. We're doing things on autopilot already. What Stacey's talking about is rewiring so that they're the things we want to be happening.
Yes.
And that ability to rewire it requires some up power.
Yeah.
It's a very
It's an intensive energy activity.
Yeah, and so in order to do that rewiring, when you're up, it's enjoyable. It's exciting. It's still intensive, but it's intense in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not up, all of that intensity in a bad way.
Yeah, exactly. You probably won't get
Overwhelmed. Yeah, you probably avoid. It's more threatening and what if and unknowns and mystery and yeah.
Yes, and just to play around with our verbology here, because we are talking, when we say it's exciting or it's overwhelming, we are saying that for your benefit, and also because we've encapsulated new meaning in those phrases. For me, when I say it's exciting, I don't believe that thing has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good clarification.
Yeah, because I think you might be wondering. You're like, wait, we just said we're owning the joystick.
Where's the control? Yes.
Yes. So you go back to using your previous way of speaking, because that's the way other people communicate. But in your own vessel, the meaning you packed into the word, you can pack in your own meaning that includes up mastery. And if you haven't yet included the new meaning, do so. Yeah.
And that's right there. How you view the words you're using is one of those autopilot things.
Totally.
So if you want to unpack that suitcase and rewire it in a way that gives you the control, but you can still use the words, and you just change the meaning, so now you can go back to using all the same words you did before, except now you view it. Go ahead, what were you going to say?
No, keep going.
Yeah, but now you view it through a completely different program, and you're running a completely different program, even though the words sound the same.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh, I wanted to just take us on a tangent, but I won't.
Okay.
So I got really excited. I was like, I can talk about this, but no. Let's keep to the topic. All right. So that was good. I think that's good for today.
Good. All right. We will see you guys.
Bye-bye.